It is Lillian Bustle.
And Jen Ponton.
Oh, hi, friend.
Oh my gosh, hello.
I missed you so much.
I miss you too, and you're so close but still so far away.
I know. Fuck. Mostly due to plague and bionic joint.
Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and jump right into that. I had surgery for a torn ACL and meniscus on September 16th. And somehow it's October 10th.
Jesus, what? No, it's the 3rd.
Today's the 3rd? Oh, right. Okay. So here's what happened. We were watching the John Oliver. We were watching the John Oliver from Sunday, and for some reason it said October 10th instead of this week's.
Oh, no.
And so I guess that stuck in my head. So thank you, October 3rd. I like that much better.
Yeah, weird with people losing time a lot right now. Like, I made a Poshmark sale before I, immediately after Lillian, got, like, fucking trounced with my first case of what I am convinced is COVID. It has been almost 2 weeks. Holy fucking shit. I'm feeling great, but my lungs are still full of like cold, prickly, tickly, wheezy coughs. And
You sound very sultry, though. It's nice.
wait till I start coughing. It's gonna be a party in here. Quick, just little fucking accountability waiver, fuck buddies. I do have a lozenge in. I'm gonna try and edit out coughing as much as I can. Gonna try and make as few ASMR like Ricola sounds as possible, but who knows? But I sold a pair of jeans on Poshmark literally the day before I started to get sick, and the it's really truly my error. Like, I should have told the buyer early on what was happening, but I had no idea how long it was going to last.
Right.
And so she prodded me literally at the end of last week and was like, hey, are you going to send it out? And I was like, yeah, this is absolutely going to go out like next mailing day, which was today. So, but she messaged me today and she's like, dude, it's been 3 weeks. And I was like, I'm not going to be ticky-tacky with you, but it's only been 2, I promise. Not even 2, technically.
Right.
And I know because I'm counting COVID days.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, like, just time. What the fuck is time?
It's not on our side, that's for sure.
No, decidedly not.
I have half watched an entire season of, hang on a second, I think I'm going to turn my gain down just a little bit. No, down? I have watched all of season 5 of the Great British Baking Show. Have you ever watched that?
Sounds soothing. I've watched a little bit of it.
So that's where I was at. I had watched some of it, and I feel like at the time I was like, "Oh my God, why are they making these poor people cook outside in the heat and the humidity and shit?" And I guess whatever that was about that like got under my Capricorn skin. But somebody was like, I found it very soothing, so I started it again. And there's something about all of it that's just so sweet. Like the Paul Hollywood, who is one of the judges, is like very honest about what is good and what is trash. Sometimes people make stuff that looks like trash, but because of the way he says it, he's not like cool Hell's Kitchen guy Gordon Ramsay who like makes everybody cry. Like, a lot of the bakers still cry, but he's like, I mean, this is shite, you know that? And they're like, yeah, I know. And then everybody laughs about it, and they're like, it's fine, you did okay last time. And like, they're all hugging each other, and if they finish early, they all help each other with stuff. Ugh, it's so cute. So I was able to enjoy that without needing to pay too much attention, drifting in and out of opiate dreams, I guess.
Girl, tell our friends just how just how on top of everyone's ass you have had to be about this fucking surgery.
I don't even know where to start.
Like, it's been maddening.
Yeah. Okay, so just lack of communication. Whenever I get to talk to my surgeon face to face, it's great. But unfortunately, he's very charming, and then I forget some of the things I wanted to yell at him about. So, working backwards, I wasn't really given a schedule to come down off of Oxy. And this is the first time I've ever taken opiates. I have no idea what to expect. And it didn't really, like, I don't understand why people would take it recreationally. Like, I can understand being like, I have huge pain. I need something to knock out the pain, and this will do it. But it wasn't fun in any way. Like, I wasn't like, it would put me to sleep, or it would make my knee not hurt, but it would also make me feel like, you know, I was looking at the world through those weird swirled glass bricks from the 80s.
Oh yeah, the things that line a fucking shower.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, featured prominently in Weekend at Bernie's and things like that.
Oh, bless. Yes.
I wasn't given a step down regime for the opiates, so I believe that I had some withdrawal symptoms over the weekend, where I had what I was interpreting as muscle spasms, but might have been considered tremors. And then I felt great for 24 hours after I took the last one, and then I slept for like almost 24 hours, like waking up to eat and go to the bathroom, and that was it. And anyway, that sucked. There were various things, like the way my leg was dressed for me to go home from the hospital was done kind of incorrectly. And if I hadn't taken it off before I was supposed to, I feel like I might have cut the circulation off to my foot. Like, all of this stuff. And then when I talk to anybody, everybody's like, oh yeah, no, nobody's looking out for you. You have to look out for yourself. The only angel through all of this, I believe his last name is, nope, I don't know how to say it. His name is Carl. He's with Twin Burrows Physical Therapy in Jersey City. This man, it's like Gargiulo or something. I can't.
Oh yeah.
I can't even take a stab at it. Just like this darling man in his 50s that I think used to do sports when he was younger. But whether he's working with everybody's, it's mostly in the back room. It's like a little gym. So there's like different little therapy rooms, but then eventually I'm going to be on like a stationary bike in the back with all the other little old ladies. And there'll be like two athletes, like two young guys. And then it's everybody's like Nanas and Omas and me.
Oh, yay.
And he's just been so encouraging. Like, I posted about it the other day, but he was like, I'm really proud of you. And I was like, oh my God, I'm crying. He was like, oh my God, he was like, did I touch your knee wrong? And I was like, no, my heart. I didn't say that. I'm crying thinking about it. But like,
the PTs have been the only people who have their shit together and who are preparing you for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not preparing you for anything, but preparing you for literally any single thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a lady who came to my house because I'm 260 pounds. I can't just wake up one day and be able to navigate my entire body weight on crutches up and down 2 flights of stairs.
Those steep fucking
They're
stairs,
steep.
dude. I'm barely good at them. I'm barely competent at them. And when I am in peak functioning condition, let alone you got a brace, you got big giant metal arms.
Yeah, and I'm convinced that none of these accessibility things that I have been given are created for larger bodies. I don't know.
No, definitely not.
Like, after this, I'm like, we need to figure out the leg brace situation, because this is created for a leg that is maybe an inch wider on the calf than on, anyway, whatever. This is not fun content anymore. Do you want to hear my slime really quick?
I do. Oh my God. I have been obsessed over this little string of texts that you sent me since you sent them.
So I'm crunching it into my microphone now. I don't have an ASMR mic, but so I had been falling asleep either watching pour painting, which if you've never looked at, just Google pour art, Pour. It was so soothing. And then somehow Instagram was like, what, do you want to watch people playing with slime again? And I was like, that's dumb. Why would I want? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I do. And slime has come such a long way since the last time I played with it. And this one I got from Dream Glow Slime. It has little beads in it. So it's like,
okay, that's way cuter than Gak.
Oh my God. It is my, I used to stick my hand in bags of coffee beans when I was younger, and it's totally scratching that itch for me.
Nice.
So this is
Please tell me. Please.
What?
Please relive for me your invitation to Dawn.
This sweet creature, my poor husband. I was like, hey, Dawn, do you want to see the slime? I just got that crazy slime that I ordered. Do you want to see it? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, go wash your hands, because he literally just put the cat down. And he goes, oh, you want me to touch it? And I was like, I mean, you don't have to, but I can't imagine a world in which somebody was like, hey, I got crazy slime. Do you want to see it? Where I would be like, surely I am only going to see it. It doesn't matter. He touched it and didn't care about it, really. He was like, huh.
No.
Oh,
my God.
It's fine. I don't need everybody to be into the same things that I'm into.
But I need to know what it smells like.
Oh, it smells like Aussie shampoo. The
right.
purple.
Okay, good.
The purple. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't smell like pear tree blossoms, which are horrible, or those dumb little flowers in LA that are like weeds that grow everywhere. Little purple fucking flowers.
No, not that kind of purple.
I sound like a crazy fucking version of Clint Eastwood who just bitches about every part of the neighborhood. Wow. Fuck a pear tree. Fuck those flowers. They all smell like Gak is really the point.
Oh,
and Gak
interesting.
Smells like fish.
Yeah, Gak doesn't smell good. Gak and Silly Putty both don't smell good. But slime is being marketed to the kids today. It seems to be made with like borax and glue, like school glue, and then other like chill ass chemicals, and then you can put whatever smell in it that you want.
Well, I haven't thought about that word in 25 years, so
I remember as a kid doing something with Girl Scouts where they're like, well, and if you just want to do this at home, just use your borax. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even then I was like, who just what? That's not something we have in our house.
No. I hadn't even heard of it until some whatever institution initially introduced it to me.
Yeah.
Delightful. That is amazing self-care.
Thank you. My last
praise received.
Yes, my last bit of hooray is that I can bend my knee to 90 degrees, maybe a little bit past, and I can get it almost straight, which is apparently a big deal after 2 weeks and not 3. Woo.
Yay. Praise received.
Yay. Okay.
That's so good.
So I want to hear where to begin. I really want to hear about your reunion. You want to talk about your reunion?
Oh my freaking God. Of course I do. Of course I do. Okay, so the second that the pandemic happened, I was like, oh, I'm so glad that this is not happening when I have my reunion. I'm so glad that when I have my 20 year, it will be out from under the terrible auspice of this. And then
because this is only happening for a couple of months.
Oh, God damn it. By the way, my dear friend Jean, who is a director and screenwriter and producer and just amazing human, he produced a national... Oh, I'm going to fuck it up. He produced something called The First Wave, where basically he and a whole bunch of filmmakers were like boots on ground in like hospitals during like March and April of 2020, and then later on. And I've watched the trailer, and I mean, it will gut you, because we all remember, and it was so fucking terrifying and so hard and sad. And
I don't know that everybody does remember. I think a lot of people have blocked it out, a la PTSD, which is part of the reason why we're having these problems right now.
Doesn't it make it all the more important that they did this?
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially because we're so we're so our own worst fucking enemies at this point. Mm-hmm. But he just won 3 Emmys. They hit their
That's
whole
so
team won
great.
3 Emmys, and it's called The First Wave. And I want to say you can probably watch it on Hulu. And I just have yet to find a pocket of time where I'm ready to be like totally decimated by something, right? Like I've avoided being decimated by things.
It's going to be a
intentionally.
little bit before I have any kind of fortitude for that kind of
He
thing.
even said that in his email. He's like, guys, it's totally okay if nobody has this in them. Like, we're still in it. It's still happening. And life is just a fucking dog and pony show at this point. But, yeah. So, wait, why did I bring him up? No. Oh, no, I don't know. Why would I have brought him up? Oh, because we were talking about how LOL, the fucking pandemic was supposed to be over. Right.
Oh,
So,
right.
Anyway, yay, Gene. That's so good. So, then, fast forward to the summer when I learned that it's going to be in September. And I'm like, oh, I wish it was going to be in November. LOL, as if things would be better then, right? They'll clearly just be worse. So technically I wasn't. But I was like, oh no, will I be in Jersey?
Right.
And of course, here I am. That's a wonderful thing. That's practically a miracle at this point. And so the salient point remained that, like, if I was going to go, I knew it was going to be a risk. And I talked with Jory about it, because Jory and I have both been incredibly adherent to, like, we've stayed away from pretty much anything that's fun or risky.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I really want to do this. And it's like, of all the things that I could imagine doing that I would want to, like, go out there for, this would be the one. And so we decided that we were down for whatever happened.
Right.
And so it was at a brewing company, and so it was really chill. And
Cute.
I'm so glad I looked at that location before I planned my outfit, because I was looking at fancier stuff, because we were in a fancier place when we did 15. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is like a jeans and t-shirt situation. And that's 1000% how so many people showed up. And I'm really, really glad that I looked. But we went up to Peaburg, and we stayed with my mom for the weekend. And it was like the first time that I've done that thing, because I have to, right? So like, I'm in town and I'm staying at my mom's. And so, Jory and I and Seth all went on the Saturday night, and we go to this brewing company, and just like 15, everyone who I want to, or not exactly everyone who I would want to see there is there, but almost uniformly, everyone who is there is someone I would want to see.
Oh, that's nice.
Amazing.
That's
amazing.
so good.
And like, feeling so outside of myself and my routine and like all external semblances of my identity, right? For definitely the last year, almost to the day. But I would say that the second that I like got there, I was so fully myself and so totally embodied, and so it wasn't even a passing thought in my head, even like of, oh, am I going to be authentic, or oh, am I going to be engaging, or whatever. Like, it just happened because it was like this perfect touchstone of exactly who I am. And Jory and I had talked about it beforehand, and Jory was like, I'm kind of nervous, like, aren't they going to wonder, like, oh, you were married, oh, where's your husband, so on and so forth. And I was like, to be honest, these people of anyone else in my life are going to be the most likely to be like, oh yeah, you were definitely supposed to be queer. Like, this is almost as if it's picking up right where I left off, basically, which is a really cool, amazing sensation. And so we have a blast at the brewing company, and shout out to Chrissy, my dear friend and all-star listener. She organized this really great trivia game, and it was like herding cats to try and get it happening. But Jory played with the ferocity of 1,000 suns, and we won second, maybe.
Hell yeah!
In the trivia, and like people just keep walking through the door, and I'm just like fucking embracing them in these big bear hugs, and I'm so thrilled to see all of these people. And at one point, so I've talked about before, like how the really beautiful thing about my class, and I was talking with our class president about this, Jill, and I was like, it just feels like all the classes before us were very Gen X-y and very like broody and very cool, and we were just this little like slice of optimism and sunshine. Mm-hmm. And apparently we're the only class who does reunions.
Aww.
I had no idea about that. I wondered because I have a lot of friends who were both older than and younger, but like I was like, oh man, I would like to go to Danielle's reunion or whatever. And they're not
I know, I've thought about that too. Yeah, ours has fallen apart where that's concerned.
It's such a shame.
And
so Jill is like keeping it together for everybody. What were you gonna say?
Nice. Oh, just that the cohort that I should have been in if I hadn't skipped a grade,
right?
Was the group that was like that. So like when I was still in high school, I mostly hung out with people who were a year behind me, or like you were saying, a year ahead or 2 years ahead of me. I wasn't really close with a ton of people in my actual grade, so I'm not sad about the fact that we're not really having reunions because I keep in touch with the people who I want to keep in touch with.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Oh, so your college cohort is, like...
Oh, yeah. My college people are the people.
Chill.
Yeah.
So, we... But the really great thing about this group of people in particular is that such a huge portion of people were, like, this hybrid of popular and very smart and very, strong, successful trajectory ahead of them easily. Like they all became doctors and lawyers and professors and so on. But they were also popular and political, like usually part of student council and like, the president and so on and so forth. And then, and they were also really sweet. So there was just this great, like, it was just a significant number of kids who were the whole package. In my opinion.
So nice.
It's so nice. And it was amazing talking to them because they were like, oh my God, we felt like nerds. Because then the like popular people, right? Mm-hmm, like right. They were not even on my radar because I gave so few shits about them at all.
Yeah.
So I cared about the people who, like meant something. And
right.
And so at a certain point, in the midst of all these really sweet, very successful, kind, like best all around types, it was like Heather's. In walk, I don't know, it seemed like 10, it might have been between 6 and 10. This whole group of like actual popular girls who were like cheerleaders.
Sure.
Walk in and you feel the temperature of the room change, and it wasn't on our end. Like we were holding up hey, we're hosting this, and if you want to be cool with us, you can be cool. And
sure.
If you don't want to, like, fuck yourself. But you could feel them come in, decide this was too nerdy and that they were over it. And they, like, clicked off by themselves, or then they, like, left early and went to the bar or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that was fascinating to watch because we really didn't have anyone like that show up at the 15. Mm-hmm. So that was just, it was just so Mean Girls. And so it was perfect. It was amazing. And then we after partied at the Brass Rail, which is like the place, the pub. And they had a couple big tents outside, and we got really lovely weather, so it was like
nice.
Super pleasant, not too hot, not too cold, and we just sat outside and like shot the shit for hours and hours. And literally my favorite people to see technically are the people who were in my AP Lit class senior year. Like we were it was almost like its own drama club. That's
Cute.
really what that bond feels like, because we had such specific, memorable experiences in that class.
Mm-hmm.
That's the class where I did my Canterbury Tale based on Michael Jackson, and I read to you that yeah, that's a whole thing.
Yes.
So my favorite people were outside with me, basically, and they're called the E Crew, and it's this group of, give or take, with a couple of like auxiliary members.
Mm-hmm.
It's a group of six women who I graduated with, who are all, again, that exact demographic. Really sweet, really smart, really successful, and, you know, like, well-liked, popular, to me, anyway. And they, I mean, I usually just catch up with them anyway, but then Jacqueline, who I grew up with, who recently bought her parents' house that she grew up in. Like, she had been away in Northern California for a really long time, and then her parents moved out to Vegas, and she bought their house. So now she's living in the house she grew up in.
What?
And they're
Wow.
like having parties there, and like, it's wonderful. And Jacqueline was like, Jen, are you staying in town? And I was like, I am staying in town. I'm staying at my mom's house. And she was like, come over for brunch tomorrow. And
Cute.
I was like, really? I get to be at the brunch? And she was like, yeah, you better come. Brittany was like, please don't not come. Please promise me you're going to be there. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, Jory, can we go to brunch? And Jory's making friends with everybody at the same time.
That's what I did at Don's reunion when we went to
Yes.
his class reunion. He like turned around and I was gone.
My mom said that was where she had the most fun too. She went to my dad's reunions and she had a blast there as the +1.
Yeah,
And
no
a much
stakes.
lamer time. Yeah, right? So Jory made friends with everybody. Jory's hanging out and Jory's like, hell yeah, we'll go to brunch at Jackie's tomorrow. And I'm like, yes, great. So I don't know. I guess I didn't stay quite as late as I did the first time around. I think I left at like 2 a.m. 5 years ago, but I stayed till like midnight, and we went home, and it just was like filled up my heart and soul so much. And COVID, of course, was not even a thought in my noggin at that point, because I was like, well, you've committed to this. The risks are the risks, whatever. And in the morning we went to Jackie's, and oh my God, girl, Jacqueline had said she was going to have champagne and bagels. It wasn't just champagne and bagels. It was bagels on a fucking, what do you call a griddle, on a griddle,
Okay.
with Taylor ham and eggs and cheese. They were making custom deli breakfast sandwiches
That's so good.
on fresh pillowy bagels, and Jory was like, do you think it's gonna be Jersey as hell? And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be Jersey as fuck. We just had the greatest time, and it was also really interesting, like, of that group of girls all of whom I've known since I was 14, 2 of them I've known since I was like 8, and that's Jackie and Erin, who is also known as the favorite person that I've ever grown up with.
Yay.
And it was really interesting listening to them, because as they like debriefed about their own experiences, I didn't feel super alien from them in high school, because I was not, a reviled outcast.
Sure.
But I knew I had a different frame of experience. And so to hear them talk about the girls who were mean to them, and for me to be like, what? You guys were always so popular to me. And they were like, we're not popular, we're nerds. And I'm like, it's different.
Oh, man.
But it was so amazing and satisfying. And at one point in the night before, when we were inside the bar waiting for a drink, Erin leaned over to me, and Erin was like, do you see that like one of our biggest elementary school bullies was there? And I was like, oh yeah. And she's like, kind of noteworthy, because the second we graduated, she started popping out kids, and she has like 6 of them or something
Oof.
Unimaginable. She has a lot of children, and they're all just like Aryan Nation, blonde, beach tussled, weird. Anyway, she's a dick. She's always been a dick.
That's what your children would look like.
I know. But I wouldn't be trying for that. I'd be like, hey, you're actually Jewish, and also Nazis are bad. And I'm not entirely sure that that's how she feels.
Sorry.
No, it's delightful. It's delightful. So Aaron was like, "Did you see? She's here." And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah. I haven't seen her in 20 years." And Aaron's like, "I'm not even going to say a word to her, and she hasn't even looked at me." And I was like, "Oh, this is someone that you see as a bully. This is not just my experience." And Jory so lovingly, sweetly threw me under the bus on Sunday morning because Jory was like, "Jen's been writing a movie that's all about P-Berg." And I'm like, oh. I mean, the reality of it is the reunion is the reason it is so special is because going to my 15-year is what spurred this, is what like created these new thoughts and created this widening of my previous understanding of who my friend group was, is really like the nuts and bolts of it. And so Jory's like pitching my movie and they're all like, "Oh," and I mean, the more I reflected on it, the more I was like, actually, if I have to be really real about it, like, of course Gabby is the salient star of the reunion, and Gabby is always the star, and Gabby's the best one. But if we're talking about like who is the reunion really truly about, like a renewed appreciation for, it is all the girls that I was hanging out with at brunch. And like, they don't know that. I didn't tell them that. Chrissy knows it now. It was so fucking lovely. So Sunday was really lovely, and like, we had previously anticipated on leaving my mom's house in the morning and like doing a bunch of work around here because the moving in process has been so slow. Because now you're like a grown-up who has shit to do, and so like, you have to take your time doing it because you have to do all the other things. So we were gonna like do house stuff on Sunday, but instead we sat around at brunch for like 7 fucking hours.
Yay.
And then just decided to have dinner with my mom and come home at night. So it was a magnificent weekend. It was so good. And my mom was like, "You said you were going to spend time with me, but you just left me with these dogs." And I was like, "Look, I didn't know I would get to hang out with the cool kids. So I'm going to need you to take this as a win for me for my entire childhood." Thank you.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh, it was so wonderful. It was so fun. It was such deeply needed soul food.
That's so good.
Like, just, it was like fucking miracle grow in my heart and soul, especially because, you know, I got here and things were just still so hard, right? With like, the move was so chaotic, which, fuck buddies, you learned about, I'm presuming, in the last episode, which I haven't released yet, but it will be soon. And like all of the unbees. And Jesus. Just also being like, oh, and my therapist came back. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. My therapist came back, and I was like, I don't know, is it weird that I'm feeling so like triggered, basically, being here? And she's like, no, of course not. You're like, this is, you were on sabbatical for a long time, even though it wasn't like a choice in many ways. You were on sabbatical, and now so you've been like reintroduced into your habitat, but under a totally different set of givens. She's like, it's totally normal for you to be freaking the fuck out. And so I had been freaking the fuck out, and then this weekend happened, and it just like settled all of these moving parts inside of myself. And several people were just like, it did my heart and soul so good to see how welcoming and warm everyone was with Jory. Like, oddly, I didn't have any concerns at all. Even though P-Berg, you know, I'm sure can be, is, whatever, transphobic, homophobic, like, I'm sure I could have come upon a lot of that. And there was nothing like that. And Jory was so embraced and welcomed and, like, just... And Jill came up to me and she was like, I just want to say I am so proud of you for being the person that, like, you're supposed to be and meant to be. And I feel so, you know, like, this feels right. And I was like, thank you, it is right. I do feel like I was just off course, like, blown around for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it was so lovely. And yeah, it just helped to, like, resettle my foundation. So, was the price of admission worth it? 1,000%. However, the price of admission was, I came back on Sunday feeling so amazing, and by Wednesday I was putting books away, and I just felt like the ceiling starting to crush me.
Oh,
and I
no.
was like, oh, no, I have to lie down.
Oh, God. I know that feeling. Yeah.
Right? You can
We're
feel like
just
your life
like,
force draining out of you.
And that's what it does. That's what it feels like. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, that was 12 days ago.
You might want to go get your antibodies checked, because I told you, I'm keeping track now. There's 6 people who I know who have gotten, like, tackled by something that wasn't coming up positive for either COVID or the regular flu. And then they were on their butts for basically 2 weeks or a week and a half. But I think it would be interesting to find out if you had antibodies.
I think so too. Do you think the antibodies test pop quiz is more reliable than the PCRs and the?
I wouldn't. If you had asked me a month ago, I wouldn't have said that. I don't know that it's reliable in that it will tell you if you have been exposed to it, right? Like, if you have been exposed to COVID enough for it to get in and make an antibodies to be like, no, then I don't know that you necessarily had it, but it was in your system.
Right.
And if not, maybe it is just something else terrible. Because why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, in the quote unquote pros of COVID, it was basically a 5-day incubation, which is standard kind of only for COVID, as per my telehealth. In the pros of COVID, it also had, you know, a significant cough, which is what I'm grappling with now, and, like, incredible fatigue and weakness, and shortness of breath. So I experienced all of those things. So those are in the pros column. In the cons column, nobody else got COVID. Like, I checked around with the E-Crew, and I was like, hey, is anyone sick? And nobody was sick. I didn't get my mom sick, thank God.
Great.
I probably got Jory sick, but thank God Jory did a telehealth and got steroids and got it before it turned into something that probably would have been more gnarly. Because they started to get a bad cough and, like, they're asthmatic. So
yikes.
It could have been very scary. And instead it ended up being like 36 hours of feeling shitty. And they're pretty good. So, like.
Good.
TBD. I'm calling it COVID just because I want to be on the safe side and because, like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
Who knows?
Here we are.
I will still say price of admission, totally worth it. I'm so glad I went. It did so much good for my heart and soul.
I think this might be the best reunion story anyone has ever told. They do not usually end like this. I mean, I had a pretty good tenure, but even still, like, I didn't walk away from it like that.
I feel it so deeply and so personally. I don't know. I mean, a huge part of it is just because I'm, like, a big nostalgic sap, and because I've had the winding journey that I've had where I'm like, what do I take from these disparate pieces of high school? of all the people that I wanted in my life who like turned out to be absolute dick cheese. And then, like, oh, is anyone good left here? Oh my God, there's so many good people left.
Yay,
That
that's
makes
so
me very
good.
happy. Yeah, it's just like, it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And the coolest part is, I was talking with Jill, who is in charge of, oh my God, wait, first of all, I think I texted you this. I'm pretty sure I texted you this. So I had completely forgotten when you and I talk about the fucking wrestler Orange Cassidy.
Yes.
My old friend Jimmy. I had forgotten that he was the vice president of our class.
He had to, apparently.
So on the Facebook event invite where discussion is happening, people start tagging him and are like, well, is Jimmy gonna be there? And they all start razzing him using gifs of him.
He's a pro wrestler now.
Because he's a pro wrestler and he's like incredibly beloved and famous. Yeah. And the craziest thing is, I was looking through, Jimmy's someone I've known since we were, again, like 8 years old. And when we were in elementary school, he was voted class clown. And like, Aaron reminded me that he and this other guy, Adam, used to do, they used to recreate the Hans and Franz sketches. And like, he was loud and definitely had ADHD and was a delight and always joking and really not an asshole, which was considerable coming from the boys that we otherwise went to school with. And so he was, loud and funny and goofy. And now he comedically makes a career of being almost entirely silent.
Oh, really? He doesn't talk?
The biggest thing about Orange Cassidy, like his thing is that he does, like, he's so unbothered.
Oh.
Like, which is why it's like this sort of half-hearted thumbs up, because like he just can't even put forth the effort. So everything, if it's spoken at all, is like one syllable.
That's hard to sell as a character, let alone to like spin it so that people really like you. That is
people love
really
it
impressive.
So hard.
That's really impressive.
It's amazing. It is the absolute most apathetic absence of investment or passion. And like, so he's always totally, straight-faced.
Yeah.
His hands are in his pockets. He gives you the teeny weeny thumbs up. And like, he does a whole bunch of wrestling moves with his hands, like just casually in his jean pockets. Like, it's crazy. People love it. It's hysterical. And I'm just like, oh, I have pictures of you with a tie around your head, like being the wild and crazy guy. And now you've transmuted it into this thing where you have to say about 7 words a week. It's incredible.
Oh, that's the dream.
I know, right? And it makes me wonder if he is still such a goofball that like he has to let off that steam in some other way.
Oh,
like,
I'm
so
sure.
The second that he's right, and he's just Jimmy, but it's just delightful. Anyway, so they're having like these GIF wars of him in the chat, and I'm just like, what is life? Like, what is happening?
Because he was like, wait, am I supposed to be planning this?
I know. So sadly, he was not there. I was earnestly disappointed that he was not there.
That sucks.
It sucked. I know, especially because I think he's still kind of local. Like,
yeah, I think he is too.
But
the only reason why I have any sort of knowledge or opinion on this, I don't know if I mentioned this, but my friend was like, oh yeah, I'm taking my girlfriend to this crazy wrestling thing to propose to her. He was like, just so you know, and I was like, oh, I was just like, the only thing I know about wrestling is this. And they were like, we love Orange Cassidy. And they were like, yeah, he's going to be at the match that I'm going to propose to her at. And I was like, whoa. Well, there you are then.
Everyone loves Orange Cassidy. Everyone. It is it is amazing. I mean, I don't blame them. Jimmy also starred as Santa in our 1996 Christmas musical, Surfin' Santa. It's, again, an utter delight. I have that on tape somewhere.
Lovely.
Yeah. So, a huge win, a giant coup. My heart my whole soul is full. My lungs have been full of all kinds of terrible things, but my heart,
crunchy grape scented slime.
yes, 1,000%. And yeah, it was really, really, really special. And so by the time I had to like lie down and be absorbed into the couch, I was like, I did it perfectly.
Oh, winner,
winner, winner, girl. Yes,
That's
1,000%.
so great.
Although when it was scariest, I was like, oh no, am I going to die for having done this? Oh, please don't let me die for having done this. That's not the hope. But thankfully, seem to have.
Here you are.
Here I am.
Not dead.
Here I am. Not dead. And like actually feeling good and being upright. I will say the other like slid into home base at the perfect time was that my new couch was delivered the day before I got sick.
Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Girl, and it's so perfect. I have to tell you all, I'm not yet a Joybird influencer. They did send me a thing, so I'm not going to get anything. But let me tell you, I have stayed away from Joybird in the past because everything was very Mad Men looking, which is not that I don't like that aesthetic. It's just, if I'm going to buy furniture, I want it to be a
Comfy.
giant stuffed animal.
Yeah.
That's that.
It's like Mike Birbiglia says, it's a bed that hugs you.
Yes, that's what I want. That is what I need. And so, like, I've stayed away from Joybird because I don't want it to have peg legs, and I want it to be a bed that hugs me. And so, Joybird, I didn't realize was actually making stuff just like that.
Oh, yeah, the first thing that you land on is this big, beautiful chenille, like, I don't know, peach ombre masterpiece.
Oh, fuck.
That looks amazing. Well, good.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you found something that you like.
It's so good. They call it a daybed, not to be confused with the daybed that I actually had as a youth. It's basically, an overstuffed squish love seat that extends all the way out. So if you want to lie down supine, you can.
Okay.
And it's the perfect cuddle. It's amazing. So this thing got delivered 24 hours before fucking 0 hour for me. And
That's
so the
so good.
second that I started to feel that crushing weight on my body, I like turned the light off here in the crow's nest and I like brought my carcass down and I just sprawled out on the new couch and I was like, I live here now. I live here for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Yep. Me and my couch too.
Oh God, yes. Yes, and your couch is also relatively new and you found and splurged on the absolute perfect, like, I nap here, but also it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, no, it is winning. I will say that I put it up on risers to make it easier to get in and out of with crutches.
Good job.
And I think I should have bought an extra set. I think that there might be a leg in the middle that's not getting support right now. I have a feeling that I am causing, by having made that choice, that I'm causing the center of this very nice couch to sink a little bit, but that's fine. Once it goes back on the ground, it'll be fine.
That is thoughtful. That's very thoughtful.
And if I could get down on the ground and look, I would look, but I can't, so I'm not gonna.
No, not a concern worth having at this moment in time. Yeah,
it'll be fine. Has been. Yeah, it's cradled me during my it's one of those deep ones that has the big back pillows. So if I want to like slide all the way back, I can just take the back pillow off and then have my feet sticking out right in front of me like I'm a toddler, which is what I love. But my biggest issue right now is that how I sit, like the way that I sit, like my signature sitting position has been for years and years and years and years, has been with my right leg folded underneath me. So either cross-legged or my right leg tucked up underneath. And I have tried it with the left leg tucked underneath and it's just not the same.
It doesn't hit right.
It does not hit right. And so I've mostly been lying down, but now I am more comfortable sitting up, which is so thrilling.
Yay.
I do not like to be infirm, Jen. I do not like having other people have to take care of me. I fucking hate it.
Agony.
Yeah. And I have to
Madness and
say,
agony.
like, I'm definitely hitting the PT hard, and I feel like this is going to turn me into a more cautious human being than I have ever been before. And I'm a little sad about that, but also, like, I'm staring down 44. This is the time of year when I start telling myself that I'm the next age. I've told you I do that. Like,
yes.
it takes 3 months to psych myself up. October, November, December, I have to think about the next age and trick myself into not being worried about it. Weirdly, I'm not, but you know, I feel like if I ever really needed to go bungee jumping, I would have done it by now. I feel like I was never going to be like a rock scrambling kind of girl. We did some good hiking when we were up near the Finger Lakes. That was good, but it wasn't strenuous because I already had an injury. So I feel like I'm, I don't know, I'm definitely in the gonna wear comfortable shoes and not take a whole lot of bodily risks for the entire rest of my life.
Oh, yeah. It reminds me of what Karen says on My Favorite Murder when she's like, I'm acutely aware of getting in and out of the shower. Like, something about being 50 makes me very aware of getting in and out of the shower. And, like, I just do certain things with a whole lot of mental presence.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the truth. Whew.
It's not terrible to be that cautious, especially because it's not going to make you a lame human.
Well, nothing but good and light and happiness on the horizon. Like, even if it is, I feel like my joy is not, I'm going to be cutting back on my thrill-seeking behavior, I suppose. Not that that's how I got this injury.
No, not at all. In the most pedestrian of ways.
Oh, I have to also say just another shout out to my physical therapist. Like, the home PT who I hired to help me figure out how to get up and down my stairs. Money well spent. We didn't chat very much at all. I liked that. She was like, let's get down to business. And however, I did find out that she's like, I think a couple years older than me, but she went to high school, like not in York County, but just outside of York County. She went to, I think she said Bethel High School which I think is in Hampton, but it's definitely in like Hampton Roads, Tidewater area. And her mom later on moved to Yorktown. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Because I thought that she was Hudson County through and through. Like, she felt very from around here.
Huh.
Yeah. But Carl, my current guy, didn't bat an eye when I was like, I'm a burlesque dancer. I was like, I'll tell you more about that if you want, but like, I'm a performance artist and I sing and I dance, and I got this injury stepping up onto a stage that was too high. And he actually said the last time he said, first of all, he's like, you're going to be great. You're athletic. You're used to moving. You know, if you've been doing dance routines, you know how important it is to keep your body in condition. So like, you're going to do these exercises. You're going to do great. And every time I see him, he was like, you're a dancer. You got this. And this last time I was there, he was doing a stretch for me. And I was like, no, you can go further. No, you can go further. And he was like, flexible dancer.
Oh, I love him.
I love him too. I'm going to get him.
How old is he?
I would say 55, maybe.
Maybe
early
say,
50s.
Is he like your little Italian fucking
very uncle-like, very avuncular.
Yeah.
But just like so rah, which is exactly what I needed. So
yay.
Yeah.
Someone praise me.
Yeah, I will literally do anything if you just tell me I'm doing a good job. What do you want me to do? I don't care. Like, I won't always do it. I'll get bored of it at some point. But the first couple of times, I'll crank it out for you. I just want a gold star and a pat on the head. That's all I want.
You get them all. All those gold stars.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gold stickers and weird slime.
Dude, praise report. Well, I gotta tell you, being sick has, been a bummer for trying to move in, right? Because all the stuff that we didn't do that Sunday, right? So
Still not done.
oh, well, now it is, because I started to feel the fog lift like 3 days ago. And I was like, hey, Jory, if you need me to like help you lift and move this heavy thing, I have the wherewithal, I think, to do that. And so I had asked Jory, because there's so many things that are just like the fucking move, so many dominoes that are reliant upon previous dominoes. And I was like, okay, so what's the first domino that has to fall in order for you to feel like all these other things can click into place? My brain's not fucking doing that. No, I was out of the office, out of my body for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, Jory, you do some thinking for us. And Jory was like, okay, we move the hutch into the kitchen. Or, excuse me, if you can get this stack of laundry upstairs, then these 15 other dominoes can fall. And I was like, okay.
Great. Yeah.
You let me work up my ability to take this laundry upstairs and put it away, which would have been impossible before, like, last Thursday or Friday. And we'll get it rolling. And so now I put that laundry away, and we've transformed many really stuck areas of the house that were
So
just like full of
good.
boxes and total
Yeah.
chaos. And like the dining room is full of artwork and twinkle lights, and
Oh.
it looks so beautiful.
Yay, so good.
And the kitchen is cozy and so functional.
Oh,
and oh my
good.
God, coming from a kitchen that was just an absolute nightmare. It's lovely to want to be in the kitchen. It's lovely to have a kitchen where food is like joyfully anticipated.
Yes.
And a fridge that works, and floors that don't tilt, and like we fenced in the backyard more effectively so that the dogs can chase each other around, which they do with glee. Arlo has gotten so big. I mean, not so big.
Aw.
He's a Morkie. He's gonna be a little dog, but like it's hard to see it on the daily. But I was like, oh my, you're like double the size of when we got you in July. So I was just listening. I'm editing an episode that I will drop on Thursday when we were talking about A League of Their Own. And I'm talking about like how little he is, and we have to attach bells to him because it's easy to lose him. He's big now. He's
Okay.
He is a dog.
Dog-sized dog.
He's a dog-sized dog, and now we're going to need different side tables because he couldn't, like, reach up before, and now he can, so I need, like, fucking higher side tables so we can put plates and food and stuff down.
Oh, God.
But the house is coming together, and it feels like home. It feels so good. All of these neighbors have been so lovely. The lack of unbees is a delight. I just did myself
What a trial.
Oh my God. I just did myself the kindness today of buying myself a new like self-taping setup for my auditions.
Oh, so good.
So good. So good, because I had, in the last house, I had just tacked up this really beautiful navy sheet that I loved using. And it was great, but I don't really have the right solid space for that here. And so I got myself one of those like frames, right?
The screen thingy?
Frames, the sort of. Yeah, it's not a pop-up screen. It will hang down. It's like microfiber, but yeah, like a photo studio's backdrop.
Yay.
I got myself that and one more pop-up light and like an actual good fucking tripod for my phone, so because my ring light tripods are trash.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
absolute trash. So like I'm feeling very efficacious, and it's all coming together, and I actually feel like, okay, new roots, feeling good about it. Like,
That's great. That's so good.
praise report.
Yay. I had a terrible spiral, but I think it was the day that I was having fucking opiate withdrawal. So that
God
would make a lot
damn
of
it.
sense. I just very like, who am I? Where am I? What are my next steps? Like, how come I can't get anything done? Like, real deep, like,
Oh no.
it was yikes town for sure.
I hate that.
Yeah. But now I'm like, it's a little bit, it's easy to get into that when like sitting up is painful.
Yeah, right. Right.
You can't get much done from sideways, I have discovered. Like even reading was not great. Like having my eyes open and half watching Great British Bake Off was all I could do.
Oh.
Oh, and Hocus Pocus 2, which was I watched yesterday.
Hocus Pocus 2. Girl,
delightful.
I have to tell you, Hocus Pocus 2, adorable. Also, breakout star, can we talk about the girl who plays teeny weeny Bette Midler?
Okay, all right. I'm not going to name him, but when I used to do community theater, there was a young man who, I'm pretty sure he came out when he was like 9 or 10. And this boy is a grown-ass man now. I think that he's out of college. But baby Bette Midler... she's doing all of this kid's mannerisms from like when he was 11 and the gayest thing.
Yes.
I have to go back and look at it to even see how it reads as me not thinking of this boy.
Oh, I love that so much.
I kind of want to tell him. I haven't talked to him in years. Just be like, she stole your bit, baby. I thought, did you watched it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was totally adorable. I need to learn his name because I like him so much. But the guy from Detroiters who played the person who owned the magic shop. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I thought that they didn't give him enough to do. I thought that I think he's hilarious. I think that he is a very, very funny actor. And I don't think they give him near enough. I bet a lot of stuff with him running around with the zombie wound up on the cutting room floor.
Oh, yeah, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. And it was the same guy who played Billy the first time around, I'm convinced. It had to be because it's Doug Jones, who is like famously a monster actor. Like he's one of the gentlemen in that episode of Buffy.
Oh,
he
how
actually
funny.
is a lot of Buffy villains who all require a lot of prosthetics. And,
I've never watched Buffy.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that crazy? I know. I mean,
I guess it makes sense. It makes sense because you were like in college and just about to be out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I wasn't watching a lot of anything
tracks.
during that time period. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's great.
Yeah. Yes. I loved it so much. And then I was talking to my cousin the other day and she had like, I thought this too, in terms of like, the only thing that I would have done to make it better is like, I have to recommend, maybe not to you, but definitely to listeners, because you don't love horror movies, but Netflix released a trio of horror movies in 2021. Mm-hmm. They're the Fear Street movies. So they're about the Christopher Pike Fear Street novels.
Oh, wow. Not Christopher Pike. The Goosebumps guy.
Yeah, R.L. Stein's Fear Street.
Is it? Yeah, okay.
Right.
They were like the older Goosebumps, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Teenage. Yeah. Right. So Fear Street, this trilogy of movies, there's one set in 1994 and one set in one set in 1976 and then one set in like 1666.
Oh.
And basically the one in the 90s kicks it off and it's all of these things that go wrong and are like deeply cursed in this town, right? In the Fear Street town. And a bunch of 90s teens trying to figure out like why these ghosts keep popping up and what these curses are. And, everything has a different era that it's from. But basically the seeds were sown in the 1600s because of their witch trials. And what was read as witchcraft was, of course, an allegory for, or rather, there is no allegory. They're calling her a witch when she's clearly queer. And so like she's deeply in love with this other girl and like they have a relationship and like the town is trying to keep them apart and so they're calling them witches and it's like, oh yeah, it would have been fucking amazing if there had been some kind of allegorical situation for like, all right, why are the Sanderson sisters witches exactly? Like what was the nugget? It could have been an opportunity for something really, really relevant and like quite beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people wondering if they're not like leaving it open for a series for either the young ones or for the
Very
modern day
true.
kids.
Very
I agree
true.
with that. I would check out this Fear Street trilogy. I would check that out.
Oh, it's so good. It is effectively scary without being a terrifying movie. And then I would say, you know, like Lillian, never watch it by yourself or whatever. They're really good. They're excellent. I liked them so much.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
They're delicious.
Nice.
The 90s one like has just smacks of Scream everywhere, and the 70s one is very much like Jason at Camp Crystal Lake. And then the third one, is like this, just it's beautiful, and I'm pretty sure it made me cry because especially I watched it right at the moment that like I was being most crushed into a little cube of inauthenticity as I was coming out, and I was like, ah! So it's like quite beautiful. But they're such good movies. And of course I've watched so much. I've been watching Mad Men.
Oh, from the beginning?
From jump. I've never watched Mad Men.
Wow. What episode are you on? I mean, I have not watched.
709. I'm almost done with it.
Wow.
I'm almost done with it. We
How
started watching Mad
interesting.
Men like the first couple days that we moved in. So it's been like a month of Mad Men. And I will say I was right for never wanting to watch it because I was like, oh my God, why would I want to watch women be treated this way when it's still happening on the daily, and like I just can't process more of it. So I'm not wrong. Good job, Jen, for being right.
Yep.
But also, I like see what it's about, and it's really just about these men who are like so deeply fucking broken.
Oh, yeah, and self-destructive, like absolutely.
And very self-destructive.
Yeah.
Right. So like it's hard to watch this happen to these women, and it's hard to be mad all the time. But then I'm also like, oh, but there's nothing there. So that's been fascinating. So I've watched all of Mad Men.
Nice.
And you and I have been rapidly joy texting about like fat positive people on TV.
Yes.
Fat positive storylines and filmmakers.
Yeah, and the one that's coming up, Cursed Friends, I think is what it's called.
Yes, that sounds right.
I like I was sitting by myself watching the trailer on my phone going, oh
my God.
Because it's apparently done by Will Arnett. He's in it too. It says 4 friends wake up on Halloween and realize the Predict Your Future game they played in 2002, they were playing MASH, is coming true in disturbing ways.
God, that's great.
And there's actors who I am not familiar with, but there's like Will Arnett, Rob Riggle, who I told you I used to watch him do like midnight improv at the UCB before, in the old one before it got condemned.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. But Kathy Griffin's apparently in it, but most notably Nicole Byer and Harvey Guillen. Is that how we say his name? Harvey Guillen?
I haven't heard it spoken yet, but the wonderful dude from What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes. And then I think John Gabris is maybe the other one that you see as like one of the, but there's out of the 4 main characters, 2 of them are definitely fat and the other one's at least husky. And,
nice.
And I shit you not, I don't think I've ever seen that except for in like Fat Camp
Heavyweights
or movies about fat people being together, which is still very rare. That's also very rare. You'll see a movie about one fat person.
Right.
If it is main character energy for the fat at all.
Right.
Anyway, I'm very excited about this, and I love Harvey so much.
That's so
I
good.
just love his little face. I love him.
He's I saw someone like repost pictures of him for like Vanity Fair or something, and he was stunning.
Oh, yes.
So fashionable.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's very exciting. Very exciting. Very thrilled for his career. And because Mad Men has been so hard to watch, truly, and especially in season 7, where like Dawn is having a lot of delusions and a lot of like fever dreams, and I was like, I think I'm too sick and too high to watch this. And so Jory was like, are you ready for Lord of the Rings? And I was like, yes, because The Rings of Power has come out on Amazon Prime. That is absolutely my shit. So it takes you back in time to, previous to like the big war that they talk about in the Fellowship of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
And the dwarf prince is introduced, and his wife, Disa, is this absolutely amazing actress.
Oh my gosh, she looks
person of color.
fantastic.
She's gorgeous. She, I don't know anything about her background. I just know that she is this absolutely gorgeous plus-sized woman of color. She is charming and beautiful and powerful, and she sings in this most recent episode that I just saw, and she's funny, and like she and the dwarf prince Durin have this like firecrackery passionate love affair thing. Like, it is gorgeous. And yet again, I'm like, man, things that are not based with an American, from an American perspective, are just way better at incorporating people of
my God,
all sizes.
I mean, besides even all sizes, like watching the Great British Bake Off, first of all, like, I feel like who they get on the show to compete feels like a really nice mix of people. But like in America, with the exception, the two co-hosts, not the judges. I'm on a season where it's I don't even know their name, Gnome, I want to say, or like Neil or something. There's there's a tall, like willowy, strange, like
he's
fantabulous guy. Was he on Mighty Boosh? Okay.
Mighty Boosh.
That makes sense then.
Noel Fielding.
Right. And then currently it's that little bald guy who I think did Trailer Park Boys or something that never really clicked with me. He was definitely on a series of a BBC something and never clicked. But, to see like those two people together on TV at all doesn't happen in America unless they're a punchline. And then like in the earlier ones, it was that tall dude and like the little dykey lady.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what her history is there, but like there's no way that this lady would ever be a host on anything American. Like everything that's a host in America has to be somebody who could sell you a car.
Right. Exactly. 1000%.
Which
and
is
just
dumb.
Like even with England, where it's still predominantly white people, like what are they doing that we're not doing, or vice versa? And same thing with Ireland. This woman, Maeve Higgins, maybe? Maeve Higgins is, she stars in this movie called Extraordinary, which is delightful. It is an Irish precious horror comedy about this woman who sees dead people and has to help this guy like put his wife's spirit to rest, basically. And the two of them fall in love, and it's adorable and very, very cute, and she's hysterical. But she's like, she would never be on TV here. Ever, ever, ever. And she carries this whole movie, and she's a fucking treasure.
Nice.
And it's just like, what? It's not about not white people.
Right.
Because it's happening in extraordinarily white dominant countries that like our white people come from. So what the fuck is happening in America that's not happening there? Or I don't even have a theory, except that America
capitalism
is trash.
Yeah, meritocracy, patriarchy. I did recently, and I want to give a shout out to our friends Liza Poor and Mike Palachik, who have a really great DVD Deathmatch is their podcast. They have, I think they started with like 1,300 DVDs, and they pick two at random, and they do it every other week now. And they basically just discuss the movies, and they have to get rid of one of them. And recently they were talking about Blast from the Past, which for some reason Don DVR'd in like 2018 has been still on our DVR since then.
Wow.
And we finally watched it. I had never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Oh, really? Well, all this Brendan Fraser, boopy, boopy, boop.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was cute. I thought it was cute. I liked it.
Yay.
I thought it was fun. That I wanted to tell you that,
so
and
dubious.
the other thing, well, just everything. Oh, I tweeted about this. I think it's interesting. So in Hocus Pocus 2, and obviously I don't mean anything that I'm about to say, but in Hocus Pocus 2, they're supposed to be they you know, in the original movie, whatever happened to them at the end is assumably how they would come back to life, right? Exactly how they looked before. Obviously, they're older, and Kathy Najimy is much smaller.
Oh, bummer.
But here's the thing. For all the people who are like, you have to put a fat suit on somebody, or how will we know that it's Karl Rove unless, like, whatever. Not, that's, he actually gained the weight for that. But, like, yeah, all the things where they're like, well, if you're going to be accurate about, like, Abbott and Costello, like, whatever, then you have to put a fat suit on somebody. Mm-hmm. Well, she was literally playing herself. If there was ever a case for a fat suit, which again there isn't, but if there ever was, it would have made sense for them to pad her back to how she looked in the original movie.
Right. Exactly.
But guess what? They didn't have to, because we knew it was still her, and it didn't fucking matter.
Law only goes one way.
Right, exactly. And I wonder, I'm very curious as to whether or not it was even floated.
Oh.
I mean, if it was, I'm sure she batted it down, but...
Yeah, right? I know.
Yeah.
I know. Disappointing.
Mm-hmm. The one other thing that I wanted to bring up, which if I can find it, I will send it to you. I may have already sent it to you. Did I send you the teacher teaching the Zoom class and then she farts? Did I... No. So I very rarely actually like tell somebody about something on the internet, but this is worth talking about. It's this teacher who's clear. She's exactly like a teacher I had in high school. And you can see all of the kids are on mute. And she's starting the class, and suddenly there's just this huge fart, just like a...
Oh, big, juicy.
And she's like... Which one of you kids did that? Which one of you pranksters? Who's pulling a prank? And the kids went from like, oh my God, she just farted to, oh my God, she's blaming us. Like you can watch their faces. And one of them is like, Miss So-and-so, we're all on mute except for you. And she was like, don't try to pull that. Do. Like it almost looks like it might have been staged. And again, when it comes to things like this, I don't even care. If it made me laugh, it made me laugh.
Definitely.
But she keeps pushing back and they're like, no, your screen lights up green when you're the one talking. And then the girl at the end is like, we all know it's you who has bubble guts. And the fact that she said bubble guts just made me laugh.
Perfect. Man, God, I love the youth.
I'll send it to you. Honestly, like we could put it in our stories for the page. It's just funny.
Yay.
One of the few things I remember from these past 2 weeks of being in a fugue state.
Oh, God. I have to tell you, as we talk about spooky things and as we embark upon another October full of Jezebel stories, which I'm very glad about, I have more praise report. I am really, really psyched for Halloween.
Yeah?
Now, I will tell you.
Tell me.
I lived for a very long time with someone who loathed Halloween, and it dampened any possible joy that I could possibly have for the holiday.
Uh-huh.
I have learned, I've learned that, first of all, this town, it's like being in Stranger Things in like a good way, which is that these there's just like kids outside and outside in the way that we used to be outside. And they're like, just like roving groups of kids and like they're out at night, but like not in a weird, creepy Children of the Corn way. They're just like, and they like start conversations with adults. And I'm like, oh, tell me more about your dog. And Jory's like, no. But like kids are, it feels like an older time here. Hopefully not in shitty ways, but definitely in the like, oh yes, kids like doing kid things. And I have checked with many sources. Halloween is actually Halloween here. It happens on the night, and I have never ever lived somewhere where I got trick-or-treaters. Not once.
that's so great. I haven't
I'm
either.
Thrilled.
Yay.
I've told you in our previous Halloween episodes, which were very disappointing on my end, and you're like telling me about your crazy Halloweens, and I'm like, I don't have any. Well, I'm about to have fun, exciting Halloweens where I get trick-or-treated up the wazoo, where I am...
That's a weird way to put it. Don't hide them there, Jen.
It's a real treat, that wazoo. Oh, fuck. Where we're going to have kids all night long. It goes on for hours. We got decorations, and everyone is going to be a Jurassic Park character. Which did not start with me. Jory tried to put it on me the other day. I was like, excuse me, you kicked this off when you got the puppy a Stegosaurus costume.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so now the puppy's a Stegosaurus and Bear is a Triceratops. And Jory is going to be Nedry, the guy who steals the DNA. And I'm going to be Ian Malcolm.
Oh my God, I love this so much.
It's going to be great.
That's adorable. I think I told you... I don't think I'm gonna do much. I think that I'm inside until my birthday, but I keep saying it and people don't get it, so I have to figure out how to show in this costume because I'm gonna be a YouTube rabbit because people talk about YouTube rabbit holes.
Oh yes.
I have to figure out a way to make that work because I'm too pleased with myself for that concept to not make it happen.
I mean, you could make it really filthy. Rabbit hole.
Oh, but I don't think people will get it if it's just dirty. I think that there need to be some sort of visuals of weird videos. Like a progression from like a cat video to QAnon.
What if it's just you okay, first of all, it's meta, right? So it's you live streaming all of Halloween. Wait for it. Wait, it gets better. It's you live streaming all of Halloween, and it's you unboxing those weird toys that you showed me years ago.
The eggs and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, the surprise eggs and shit. And then it gets into weird ASMR shit where it's just you and the slime in front of your mic. I think this is performance art. This is video art.
Yes.
That's what it really is.
100%.
I love it.
Yay.
Oh my God.
I'm your YouTube rabbit.
I presume you're not going to actually want to be somewhere and do anything. But if you're like, I want to spend Halloween with fun people and probably not give each other COVID, you could absolutely come on down to Halloween Town here. I'm pretty certain my mom and possibly Jory's mother are going to be... It might be too ambitious, but Jory's mom has been talking about visiting us.
Fun.
And it would be kind of amazing.
Lovely.
But definitely
I'll keep it in mind for sure.
So.
Buckets of fun for everyone. Well, this has been delightful. I love you. I'm so happy to be sitting upright. And look, I stretched a couple times during this recording, but I have not
walk around. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I haven't sat upright with my knees at a 90-degree angle for more than 10 minutes since before the surgery. Yeah.
It's endorphins.
I think no, it's because I've been doing the exercises.
No, it's because I did a good job, Jennifer. I just told you. Praise report. Yes, you did. Good job, Lillian. You do so good. You best one. You best win at PT.
Thank you. I win.
You win. You win.
That's all I want is just to win.
I know.
Well, fuck buddies. We miss you.
Fuck buddies. Yes, thank you for hanging in there. It's it's been a lot, but we are delighted to be together and delighted to be on the path of healing. And more soon, and also a spooky Halloween.
Yay! And I'm all of this. I'm gonna go. I have 5 Christopher Pike books that I'm gonna dig out. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh shit!
To get my brain working again. I love those books.
They were so good.
They're so
I read
horny
them all the time.
Me
They were so horny.
They're so
By
horny.
the way, as someone who loves John Oliver, Did you watch the Brazilian Bolsara one that he
last week.
And then there was that crazy video that he showed footage of the guy speaking Portuguese and like gently stroking that, and it was the horniest thing I have ever seen in my life.
Man, what is going on down there?
Whispering about a voting machine and like gently rubbing your fingers across it. Like, what the fuck was that?
Very weird.
Delightful. If you don't know what we're talking about, Google John Oliver Brazil and enjoy every moment of that insanity.
Well,
marvelous.
I hope that everybody has an inspiring or at least not terrible week.
Oh, those are good wishes.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
And I don't know. Even if you don't have inspiration right now, or if you're feeling stuck, it's not forever. Like, it's really not.
That's right. Yeah.
Whatever the thing is, if you're like, oh God, this is forever. Nothing is forever.
Nothing is forever. Mm-mm. Real hard to not feel that in the moment, but yeah. Nothing is forever.
All right. Well, bye, Cookie.
I love you, Banana.